Today I'd just like to enlighten my communities as for the great communities that I've had the pleasure of visiting in the last 10 days. First, I had the opportunity to visit Coober Pedy over a weekend just recently. I spent 2 days up there, and during that time there I had what I call listening posts, and I was able to actually have a one-on-one discussion, private discussions with over 30 people there, so the confidentiality was also there. I also had the great opportunity to get to better understanding the issues there that may be confronting the residents that are experiencing, and also the concerns of both council roads and also state government roads. I had discussions with members of the RSL, and the RSL up there is an absolutely fantastic organisation, and had a great meal on the Sunday night. Had discussions with the Miners Association, tourist operators, business operators, and also the Community Alliance Association, where they're working together with the community to understand better opportunities. Also had the opportunity to visit the Shooters Club there, where I must make quite clear in this house here that I had the opportunity to handle a .45 Magnum, gold-plated, and I want to make it quite clear in this here, and I'll make it public, that I didn't fire that. I was under very strict supervision, and I must admit I did not fire it, even though I used to have the licence when I was at the smelters. The following Wednesday, I had the great privilege of opening the new barge over the Coopers Creek on the Birdsville track. Now, this is a project which is a joint project between the state government and the federal government, and it's been long in the coming there. It's a $27.5 million project, and it allows the people from both sides to be, and specifically the cattle trucks, to get their cattle to the markets down in the south, but also the people from the south to get to the cattle on the northern side of that there. And in the discussions there, this is the most collaborative, the discussions were the best I've ever seen between the community up there, the pastoralists, the station owners, the community, and also the state government. And Minister Burke from the other place was up there at the Mungarani Hotel, and she talked to the people directly there. I also want to say sincerely thanks to David Bell and Sharon Oldfield for their great work there. This great partnership between the state and the federal governments and the local communities, as I said, has resulted in the everlasting barge facility, which is far better than the one I operated over 50 years ago when I was nearly manager of BP Australia. This can carry a cattle truck with 2 trays, whereas the other one would have a car only. There were great turnouts at the Rotary Club of Campbelltown Drought Muster at Hawker just at the last weekend, which was attended by lots of young families facing great challenges from the previous droughts and things like that there. But I must admit that the community there were very well looked after, and the Rotary Club of Campbelltown had lots and lots of prizes there, and I give my credit to everybody there. Had the opportunity to attend the Carrollton Gymkhana and Motorkhana, which was on the same day. It was a great event there, and absolutely fantastic. Another event was the Bundaleer Forest 150th-year celebrations, which was officially opened by Her Excellency Frances Adamson AC. This event was extremely well attended and organised by the local community, chaired by Greg Boston. Also had the opportunity of attending what I consider a heartwarming citizenship at Port Augusta yesterday, I think it was. It was conducted by Mayor Lindley Shine. There was over 21 new Australians came sworn in as new citizens for Australia. One of the things I will make comment about is when I go to the citizenships for the Port Augusta City Council and Mayor Lindley Shine, she brings me in as an ex-mayor. I had the opportunity to do lots of citizenships myself as a mayor, but she also gives me the opportunity to actually speak to the new contenders and give them an opportunity. And that was an absolutely heartwarming facility there on yesterday, and as 21 was the most I've ever seen in a regional area. And this morning, as other members here have indicated, I drove back to Port Pirie, attended the remembrance service at Port Pirie this morning from the Port Pirie RSL. Absolutely fantastic. It was good to see a lot of young kids there. The schools did the presentations and then had the opportunity to come back here for question time today and the rest of Parliament. But I pay tribute to the Port Pirie RSL for the continuing of the Remembrance Day, and I want to pay tribute to the schools, including the high school there, but also the primary schools, for allowing their citizens, their students, to come to the Remembrance Day ceremony and to do the presentations there, and also the students' prayer.
The question before the